Hey everybody, welcome to Character Modeling. That's right, end of week 4. We're going into week 5, really starting the end of the body. This week should be really good. Just make sure you guys finish and start your discussions. I noticed a few people are missing from their discussions this week. I started replying, and I noticed there were a couple that a good portion haven't started the initial post. So please make sure if you need to add your discussions, please do an initial post with your reply post. Really appreciate it. That way everybody can hit their 2 posts a week, which would be fantastic for their replies. Other than that, just going to take a look at your assignments. I graded all your assignments, gave you some feedback on all of them. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'd be happy to answer that. Other than that, I would really like to get focused, because this is the point now where we got to keep pushing, because I don't want anybody to fall behind on their assignments or anything like that. So that's why if you're missing anything or something, please contact me. We can work something out. That'd be great. Other than that, so the end of this week, you should have your character bus fully finished. And then you should have the beginning of your body, at least like 30%, just the torso. Don't have to get in the arms, don't have to get in the legs or the hands or anything, but I just like to see the torso kind of fully finished. That'd be good, or some 30% portion of the body would be great. Other than that, let's just go into it and what to look for in specific features. So since we're finishing up the character bus, thought I'd talk about some ears and how ears are a little bit different and what to look at when you're modeling these things. And let's take a look in the long run. So again, overall, much like eyes, every body part has some type of layer to it or multiple layers, like an onion, the Shrek quote. So ears have the same thing. They have an outer ear and an inner ear a lot of times, and they have different shapes. And the great thing about ears is not one ear is the exact same compared to others, which is pretty cool because those are your ears and they fit you, and no one else is going to have the same type of ear. It's really just going to be you. It's much like a fingerprint a lot of times. Now, there's some basic shapes a lot through the ears, like the helix and the lobes. They make out the outer areas. This is where a lot of people pierce these areas or gauges and stuff, and really just they really pierce these areas. But you can also go into the inner ears, and the inner ears have a lot of inner layers to them, much like the scapula, which is like the layer on the inside right here. Once that bend pops in, that's actually the antihelix, so it's another helix that opposites from the main helix right here. So this is the antihelix. And this portion right here, you also have the tragus and the auditory canal. That's just where you hear things right there. The concha, which is the lower layer of the antihelix, and then the upper layer, which is the fossa. Now, all these are shaped differently compared to how you are and what you can carry in every. I would say what you carry. That doesn't make any sense. So your ears are made for you and how they are. So they're different for everybody, but they each have these type of layers in some shape or manner. So that's important. Now, modeling ear can be a little bit different and a little bit difficult. So a lot of times I would recommend just doing the ear separate by just creating like a rectangle, or a rectangular 3D to model of that would be really great. Just that stylish shape, and just model it from there and then attach it onto the head. Make sure you have those morphers and those targets, and you just target weld onto everything and just attach it perfectly. You can create it separately. If you want to do it from the main model, you can. It's just a lot more extrusion work and just like pulling, and you could mess the vertices on the actual side of the head, and it just comes more like, deformed in a way. So I just be careful, but you can do it if you want to get careful with that. There's nothing. So if you do it separately, I would sew it on after to it, like target welding and everything. Another version, and like I said, it's another version of a fingerprint. It's different in some way. Now, from a 3D perspective, you can make ears like the character's personality and make sure they kind of shape their head a lot of times, much like in your discussions. You kind of can see how ears shape people's heads. They kind of fit it perfectly and how they work. And it works great. And you definitely want to see, for people that have more angular features, make them more angled. If they have more rounder features in their body posture and everything, definitely go more rounded. That would be the way to go about that. So, and much like you've seen some of this from your discussions with ears, so that's pretty important right there. All right, so let's keep moving. So yeah, what's next overall? So just that's a little bit about ears and the differences between them, and kind of just some ways to go about modeling this thing. So do keep in mind, you have your reply post due tonight. You still have to do 2 of them. Please make sure, if you haven't posted an initial post, please post an initial post. If you haven't done so, please do it by tonight. It would be really great. I would really like to. That way everybody can still do their discussion post and their reply post, because you need to do 2. So that's pretty important. Other than that, you have your 2 course projects due tomorrow. So remember, there's 2. your character bus fully finished, and then the body itself. Please make sure not to start attaching the head to the body. We want to keep that separate because week 6 we get into morpher targets, and that's how we're going to attach the head to the body. So please do not attach your head yet. That's a big thing right there. So if you already started doing that, please stop. That way you just focus on the body. That would be great. Other than that, that's all I got. These are all due on Sunday. I'll post your rubrics on Monday with a new announcement. Other than that, that's all I got. Be safe, have fun, enjoy. We did schedule our C-section, so that'll be on the 16th. So I'll keep you aware if anything changes or anything on the way to that. But other than that, like I said, that's all I got. Be safe, have fun, enjoy, my friends. Hope everything's great. And if you need me, give me a holler. Have a great weekend. See y'all next week.